Cardi B and Offset pays Rihanna a condolence visit after the sudden demise of her father. Please subscribe to this channel so that you will not miss out on any information. In a deeply moving and intimate show of solidarity, global rap sensations Cardi B and Offset recently paid a personal visit to singer and fashion mogul Rihanna following the unexpected death of her father, Ronald Finney. The private meeting, described by insiders as heartfelt and quietly powerful, showcased a side of celebrity culture rarely seen. One rooted in genuine emotion, compassion, and human connection during a time of mourning. On a quiet Monday morning, the entertainment world was jolted by news of Ronald Finney's sudden passing. While Rihanna has spoken publicly about their at times turbulent relationship, those close to her confirmed that the father-daughter bond had recently undergone a significant healing process. Their reconnection, though largely kept out of the spotlight, was said to have brought Rihanna a great deal of peace, making his death all the more difficult to bear. Finney reportedly passed away in Barbados, where he had been living in recent years. Sources say the cause of death stemmed from a medical condition that escalated rapidly, catching the family off guard. Upon hearing the news, Rihanna immediately flew to her homeland to oversee arrangements and be with family, retreating from public view in what insiders described as a state of complete emotional devastation. While countless fans and fellow celebrities flooded social media with condolences and tributes, one gesture stood out, not because of publicity or performance, but because of its sincerity. Cardi B and Offset, the powerhouse couple known as much for their turbulent romance as for their musical dominance, quietly reached out to Rihanna and requested to visit her in person upon her return to Los Angeles. They arrived without paparazzi, social media teasers, or personal staff. Their visit wasn't shared through Instagram stories or coordinated with press releases. It was private, deeply personal, and rooted in one very simple intention: to comfort a friend in pain. Though Cardi B and Rihanna have yet to release a musical collaboration, their connection is well documented. Over the years, the two stars have frequently exchanged praise in interviews, supporting each other's fashion lines and standing in mutual admiration for their bold personalities and business accomplishments. They are two of the most unapologetic voices in pop culture, strong women navigating motherhood, fame, criticism, and the hustle of building empires beyond the recording booth. Behind the scenes, friends say their bond has grown closer in recent years. They've exchanged advice on business ventures, parenting, and mental health. This foundation of quiet friendship set the stage for what would become an unforgettable evening of support. According to those familiar with the visit, Cardi and Offset spent several hours with Rihanna at her LA home, which had been turned into a private sanctuary since her return from Barbados. The atmosphere was somber but healing. Rihanna was joined by a few trusted friends and family members, and the mood was one of sacred togetherness. Cardi B, visibly moved, arrived with a bouquet of white orchids and a custom-made piece of jewelry, a delicate locket containing a photo of Rihanna and her father from her teenage years. The gift brought Rihanna to tears. Witnesses say she clutched it to her chest and whispered, "Thank you," before sharing a quiet embrace with Cardi. Offset, often perceived as more reserved, offered his own brand of support. He and A$AP Rocky, Rihanna's partner, spent part of the evening in quiet conversation. The two men, both artists and fathers under intense public scrutiny, bonded over shared responsibilities and pressures, offering one another a rare space of brotherhood. They reportedly spoke about raising their children in the spotlight and the challenge of staying grounded amid fame. The group lit candles in the backyard garden, a place Rihanna reportedly goes to for reflection. There, with incense burning and soft music playing, each person took a moment to speak about loss, healing, and legacy. Cardi shared a story about her late grandmother, while Rihanna opened up about the final conversation she had with her father, a conversation, she said, she would now treasure forever. What stood out most about the visit wasn't the fame of those involved, it was the authenticity. There were no photos posted, no tweets, no news leaks. This wasn't about optics. It was about presence. Cardi and Offset didn't come as entertainers, said a close associate of Rihanna. They came as people who have known pain. They came as friends who wanted to sit beside someone they love and remind her she wasn't alone. This kind of vulnerability isn't often seen in the high-stakes, hyper-curated world of entertainment. Yet, in this quiet moment away from the flashing lights, some of the most high-profile names in music reminded the world that grief is universal, and so is compassion. Since the funeral, Rihanna has largely kept out of the public eye. All planned business rollouts for Fenty Beauty and Savage X Fenty have reportedly been delayed, and her team has indicated that her highly anticipated return to music may also be postponed. For now, Rihanna's focus is on family, healing, and honoring her father's memory. Though their relationship had its rocky moments, Rihanna had grown to appreciate her father's complexities and flaws. "He wasn't perfect," she once told Oprah in a rare interview, "but he was mine." Friends say she is considering launching a foundation in his name, possibly in Barbados, to support addiction recovery, a cause close to her father's personal struggles and triumphs. As for Cardi and Offset, their visit with Rihanna has left a lasting impression on those who witnessed it. For a couple often tabloid headlined for drama and spectacle, this visit revealed a different side, one rooted in empathy, loyalty, and emotional intelligence. They understand that sometimes the most meaningful thing you can do is just show up, said one mutual friend. They didn't try to fix it. They didn't say too much. They just came to be there, and that was everything. In an industry often fueled by attention and ego, Cardi B and Offset's quiet show of support is a reminder that behind the headlines are real people with real hearts. Their visit to Rihanna in the wake of her father's death wasn't about public image. It was about honoring grief, showing love, and being part of a healing process that every human eventually walks through. As Rihanna continues to mourn, she does so knowing she is surrounded not only by fans and colleagues, but by real friends who are willing to step into her silence and simply sit beside her.